So this is what I have to work with every day. I don't know what they're doing, but every morning and every afternoon it's like this for like 6 or 8 hours a day or more. Horrible. Horrible. It's like you can hear it inside. Ugh. Alright, I'm gonna try to find the source of this noise and tell them to shut the fuck up. I don't even know where it's coming from. I thought it would be up here on the roof, but I legit have no idea. Yeah, I don't even know where it is. Oh well. Son of a...
Yo! Clearly wanted to get attention. I just whip out my wiener on Pornhub. When I've seen some shit over the last 10 years, the overall fitness IQ has risen dramatically. I mean, compared to a lot of the advertisers we see on YouTube, Jeff's content isn't horrendous, right?
Okay, so he's right. Jeff Cavaliere's content is better than the average advertiser. But the average advertiser is someone like V-Shred, who is just clearly trying to scam people out of their money. So that's a pretty low bar. And I don't mean to squat. I mean, if you're below V-Shred, you're a huge piece of shit. So this isn't really a good comparison. You know, congratulations, you're not horrible. Great.
I think for the average person looking to get in shape, it's pretty good. It's solid, you know? I think...
Okay, the average content by Jeff Cavaliere is okay. I would say he's on point 90, maybe 95% of the time. And recently it's been better. However, he does have videos telling people to breathe out before they squat. Now, I don't know if Omar has seen this type of content, but it is absolutely horrible advice, and it's going to lead to some people getting hurt. He tells people to do 10 sets of 10 with 1 minute rest, which is German volume training, with 70 to 80% of your 1 rep max. Go try that and report back, because that is not even possible, okay? So this type of really, really bad advice, it's occasional, but it is really inexcusable, okay? Just because you have some good content doesn't mean you can put out small bits of horrible, horrible advice and get away with it, okay? Again, I don't know if Omar has seen this, maybe he hasn't, but the myth that Jeff Cavaliere puts out incredible content really needs to die. Sometimes it's good, but a lot of the time, horrible.
But I think why this is even a topic right now about Jeff Cavaliere is that he's a trusted figure, right? Whether or not you agree with his content. If this was someone who wasn't reputable, that didn't have a reputation, we wouldn't give a shit, right? Of course, they use fake weights. Who gives a shit? It's like, oh, wait, Jeff Cavaliere's doing this? So it becomes a major issue.
I 100% agree. The more followers you have, the higher the standard you should be held to, not the lower. For a lot of people, Jeff Cavaliere is getting a free pass on the fake weights and on this horrible, horrible advice that he's giving. This should not be the case. Again, the more followers you have, the higher, not the lower, the standards should be. So I completely agree, but it doesn't make it excusable. It means that he needs to be held accountable for his actions. I know he has a big ego, he has a lot of followers, but that is not a reason to get a free pass.
And so let's talk about it. Jeff Cavaliere, once again, has been accused of using fake weights in some of his tutorials, and it seems like there might be some evidence. The jury's still out.
The jury's not out, okay? Anyone who has lifted weights and is unbiased thinks that these are fake weights. They know that these are fake weights, and I think Omar, deep down, can tell that these are fake weights. I don't know why he doesn't have the cojones to actually just call it out, to say he used fake weights. He dances around the issue. He says, like, when I lift weights, they don't look the same way. Just call it out, okay? We need to have the courage to call this type of behavior out. And I'm glad he made a video, but he really needs to be stronger with his words about this type of content, especially when he has the type of platform that he has. Scott Herman said sort of the same thing. He danced around the issue. He was very wishy-washy. Just call it out, okay? Have the courage to call something out.
So, me looking at the videos, kind of looks different than what I'm used to weights being lifted at that weight. Well, I've bench 375, deadlifted 600 pounds, just in terms of how his body's moving. I don't know, but it seems kind of suspicious. And so I do want to give anyone always the benefit of the doubt. And I think first, for someone like Jeff, I think the opportunity to prove oneself should be there. Okay, so
I agree, and he has had the opportunity for months. How long ago did this start? 2 months? 3 months? Curling has been making videos about this for damn ever. And he has had the opportunity. Alex and Kiri challenged him to a deadlift off. No response. Nothing. In fact, he actually blocked Kiri from his channel, and he's still deleting comments about it. He could have admitted it. He could have tried to deadlift the real weights, but he didn't, because he is simply lying, and he didn't actually lift those weights. His recent 425 looking like he was going to shit his spine, that is not proof that he didn't use fake weights before. Furthermore, I don't think this is a good argument just logically. If someone shoots someone else, and there is evidence of them shooting them, should we say, oh, we should give them the opportunity to respond before we make accusations? No, that doesn't make any sense. I know it's an extreme example, but it doesn't make any sense. Because what if they never respond? What if they never address the issue? Should we all just shut up because they haven't actually said anything? No, that doesn't make any sense.
And I think it wouldn't even be 100%, it'd be like 90%. So if he claimed, let's just say, I'm making up numbers here, I bench 405. I can bench 405 right now, like, whatever, 5'8", 5'9", 170 or 180. It's like, cool, man, just do 90% of that. So do like 360. If you can do 360 for a single in a neutral setting, that's fine. Same idea with all the other lifts, the deadlift and so on and so forth. So if we can have calibrated weights and someone can do those lifts around 90%, because I get it peaking and all those other things, might not be able to perform on that day, cool, completely cleared up. So that I always believe in giving someone the opportunity to defend themselves.
I sort of agree, 90% is a good weight that you should be able to lift all the time, no matter what. But still, it doesn't prove anything. He recently deadlifted 425, which is about 86% of 495, but he used a belt, he only did it for a single, and it was ugly. That doesn't prove that his 495 for a double before, looking much, much better, was real, okay? So there are definitely shades of gray, and I think just lifting 90% doesn't always prove that your lift before was real.
But let's enter the conversation. What if it's true? What if it is true that Jeff was using fake weights in tutorials? And really what I could say, it's not a mark on Jeff's character, but I would not be surprised, not about Jeff, but the incentives on YouTube to do this type of shit.
Are you kidding me, Omar? Honestly, this is the reason why I'm making this video, because he says using fake weights is not a mark on Jeff's character. It is just the system, it's just the environment. Okay, so first of all, Jeff Cavaliere already had at least hundreds of thousands, if not millions of followers when he made these videos. He was already very, very well off financially, if not already a millionaire. So it's not like he was starving in the streets and was just forced to use fake weights to get views and to become popular. No, he was already one of the biggest YouTubers, if not already the biggest one. Second of all, no one else used fake weights. Okay, maybe Castleberry, maybe a few others, but mainstream, professional, genuine, good YouTubers, somehow, all of them managed not to use fake weights. Either they were comfortable with just using the bar for tutorials, or 135, or they used real weights, like Alan Thrall. Somehow, every other YouTuber was not a big enough piece of shit to do this kind of thing. So I don't think it's just the system, okay? Because everyone else managed not to do it. Okay, so it is absolutely a massive mark on Jeff Cavaliere's character. Absolutely. In fact, this just shows the kind of person that he is, okay? And this has really made a lot of people rethink him as a person. So it is absolutely not the system, the algorithm, but it is him. Because no one else did it, just him.
Once again, have a provocative title. It's just how YouTube, the algorithm works. And so it changes you, it changes the way you think about content. We see.
I mean, he's right. Some content just does better, but that's not the algorithm. The YouTube algorithm is just responding towards people. What gets people triggered gets the algorithm triggered, okay? That's just how it works. And this is sad but true. So people tend to click on content about people. If you look at my top 12 videos, 9 of them are about people. And the other 3 are sort of like controversial topics, okay? So controversy gets clicks. It's not the algorithm. It's not like the algorithm's like, We got a natty or not video. Yep, not going to be useful at all to people. What's that? Yep, send it to the moon. Yep, we got a deadlift tutorial. Oh, yep, it's quality content. Really, really good. Well produced, well made, well scripted, well edited, everything. It's perfect. What? Yep. To the content dungeon? To the graveyard? On it, 10-4.
Is a known figure in this space. Actually use a deadlift bar for bench press PR. It's more common than people think. So
okay, I get the comparison, but comparing a deadlift bar on a bench press to fake plates, you know, bench pressing 135 or 138 or whatever, and claiming it's 315, and saying that's the same as just swapping out an equally weighted bar? Come on. Okay, those are completely different things. They are similar, but in terms of proportion, in terms of the amount of deception, I mean, night and day.
Can do. And I think there needs to be a better structure to reward good content. And also because it's not a regulated industry.
I 100% agree, because we can't rely on people to select quality content. I'm sorry, we just can't, because they don't actually know what is quality content in large part. So if I see, you know, a podcast with a few really, really good lifters, I know they're going to be talking about some stuff that is very useful. But that is going to get far fewer clicks than something flashy. And I don't really see a good way around this. Yes, people can share content, they can try to get better content out there, but at a certain level, this is just human nature. Okay, we're going to click on what gets controversy, what gets people riled up, what gets people triggered, what is a little bit, you know, risky, that kind of thing. We're going to click on abs. We're not going to click on stuff that is actually useful. We want entertainment, not education. Okay, and I don't really see a good way around this, unfortunately.
Provocative conversation to be had about these things, but we need to give someone the benefit of the doubt, give them the opportunity to defend themselves, and then if someone can be the bigger individual, let's say someone messes up, right? I insult someone for training calves. I got to go public. I got to say it was wrong. It was me. Give them the opportunity to do that. But
I agree with this as well. He should have just admitted this right away. Not like a pee in the cup type of comment, not a video where he's deadlifting 425 with horrible form that is going to get his fans hurt. I mean, he clearly doesn't give a fuck about his fans. Let's be serious. Because if he did, he wouldn't be putting out this type of content. No, he should have just admitted it right away, said, I was wrong, I messed up, it's a stupid thing. He should have pulled a Jeremy Etienne. Just, I was wrong, it was stupid, I feel horrible about the situation, and none of this would be happening. This video wouldn't exist, Omar's video wouldn't exist, a lot of videos wouldn't exist, and he would look way, way, way better, okay? In fact, he would actually have a lot more respect from me and from a whole bunch of people. But he didn't do that. For whatever reason, he doesn't have the means, the ability, the character to do the right thing and to actually apologize. I know it's hard, but just rip the Band-Aid off. It's going to be better in the long run.
I think we could all do better. And what I mean when I say that, we could learn to try and recommend the things that we love and be more feverish with that.
I agree here as well. You know, if you find someone who you really like their advice, you think they're a good person, help them out. Share them on social media, on YouTube, somewhere else, with your friends, your family, because that's going to be one way to sort the good content to the top of the heap. So I'm not saying like share my stuff, but if you find someone, anyone who you really like and you get benefit from their content, do the right thing. Help them out. Just drop something on Reddit or something somewhere else. I think that's the right thing to do. And while it's not a perfect solution, it can certainly help.
Broken right now is that YouTube doesn't have that system to really elevate the cream of the crop. And so everyone kind of wants to use some of these shortcuts to get to where they want to be. And that would be my overall message. Just don't use any of these shortcuts and always do things that are morally congruent with yourself. So again, it's not a knock on Jeff. It's just a meta conversation that needs to be had.
Okay, summing things up, it is a knock on Jeff because no one else decided to do this. He was the only one who actually decided to use fake weights. Second of all, he wasn't taking a shortcut to the top. He was already at the top. This is what blows my mind more than anything else, and I did a video on this before, why he did it. He was already the top dog. This is like the king trying to like scam people to get more money. Why? Like, why would you sacrifice your goodwill, your good faith of all your fans to just try to get even more money? I mean, this is just so pathetic. And I honestly can't even comprehend what was going through his mind. Because if you look at the video, it's so obvious that the weights are fake. If he had asked like one other person, should I post this thing? I know it looks like 135, but some people might think it's 315 and they'll give me some praise and they might buy my $80 arm program. And so honestly, how did this even happen? How did we even get here? I think it's a good discussion to have, but we have to hold him accountable because no one else did this, okay? No one else actually used fake weights. I feel it. Other content creators feel it. This pressure to be strong, this pressure to be lean, to be shredded, etc. And he was the only one who went down this road. So it's not just the system, it's also him. And that basically sums up my thoughts. I think one good thing to come out of this whole debacle, fiasco, etc., is that people are going to be more honest in the future. They won't use fake weights, and they'll be more wary that they can get called out, and they can diminish their own reputation and destroy their own good standing with the fitness community. So that's all for today. Make sure to like the video if you like this video, and I'll see you next time. Peace.